Hey, what's up, everybody? Jasper Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next. Oh, those wonderful people at Marvel. They continue their woke streak. First Black Widow, then Shang-Chi, now with the upcoming Eternals, which, of course, even the most wokest of critics have slammed into the ground like Thor Wakanda. But there's a little story in regards to it by bounding into comics, and that is Eternals actor, Kamala Nanjiani sets up tired Hollywood narrative in case Eternals flops at the box office. Yes, I've done a couple videos in regards to the Eternals already and slammed them only because of how stupidity has infiltrated them like a cancer, i.e. wokeness. But before I go on with this story, I'm going to give you a little background, a backdrop, shall we say, in regards to how we've gotten to where we are now. Oh, the past has many gems. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. This was July 2019. Nolte, Marvel's next phase gets super duper woke. Anyone who doubts Marvel's ability to continue its unprecedented winning streak is a fool. But there is no question that Marvel's cinematic universe without Iron Man, Cap, Hulk, Ant-Man is going to be a very different Marvel universe, and it's going to be a very woke one indeed. Marvel offered the Comic-Con geeks a look at the future, a detailed rollout of what's known as Phase 4, and here's what it looks like. First up, May 2020. Turned out to be March of 21. Black Widow, a prequel, an origin story for Scarlett Johansson and Natasha Romanoff, who first entered the MCU in 2010's underrated Iron Man 2. I trust this will be better than Romanoff's flashbacks, which were the worst part of the Avengers Age of Ultron, as were Thor's. Black Widow is directed by a woman, Kate Shortland, who directed some stuff no one ever heard of, but she's a woman, Marvel's woke, so we can all hope for as Johansson, who is a producer, isn't afraid to be sexy, because I'm getting a little tired of Marvel's sexless universe. Oh, and how right you were. November of 2020 turned out to be November 2021. The Eternals arrives with Angela Jolie, starring someone who is definitely not afraid to be sexy. For those who don't know, the Eternals are an immortal race of aliens created by Celestials sent to Earth to protect us from the deviants. I feel I've seen this movie before. And the rumor is that someone will be the gayness. Let's all hope it's Jolie and another hot chick, because if it's a couple of dudes, I'm going to pass. Prophesy. Next up, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, or the 10 Bracelets. Of course, we had that in September of 21. Yeah, a cluster. A Chinese writer, a Chinese director, a Chinese cast, a huge Chinese market. A Hollywood willing to sell its artistic soul to placate to the red Chinese, the Chi-Coms. I expect great things. Then comes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in May of 21. 22, which is supposedly a horror flick. I kind of hated the original Doctor Strange and have little regard for superheroes who shoot lights out of their hands because there's never any rhyme or reason to it. Marvel's third 2021 feature will arrive in November and be called Thor: Love and Thunder. 22, which will star that Hemsworth guy and Natalie Portman as Thorette. Valkyrie, the character played by Tessa Thompson, will also come out of the closet as a lesbian transsexual. Even though she's a girl, will become king of Asgard, who is in search of a queen. Kill me now. Other than that, we also know that sometime in the future, two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali, sorry, mispronounced his name, will try and fail miserably to replace the mighty Wesley Snipes as Blade. Here, how about casting Snipes as Whistler? And naturally, there will be a Black Panther sequel, a third Guardians of the Galaxy, and more Captain Woman, but only if star Brie Larson is able to remove that 6-foot steel pole from her rather flat ass. Oh, yet another Fantastic Four reboot and more Spider-Man. Is it just me, or does this lineup sound more like homework than fun? Oof, the man was prophesying. Holy cow. Now, we fast forward to this story. Eternals actor Kamal Nanjiani sets up tired Hollywood narrative in case Eternals flops at the box office. Eternals actor Kamal Nanjiani, who plays a race-swapped Kingo in the film, set up a tired movie narrative of blaming moviegoers in case the film bombs like a nuke at the box office. Nanjiani took to Twitter, where he reacted to an article from the direct claiming Eternals had been review bombed by IMDb. The article's headline claimed, Marvel's Eternals gets review bombed for the alphabet crew relationship. He wrote in a now deleted tweet, looks like we're upsetting the right people. Eternals opens November 5th. As noted, this is a tired Hollywood narrative, pushed by directors and actors in order to deflect from a poor quality film and abysmal box office. Elizabeth Banks infamously tried that tactic ahead of the release of her infamously bad Charlie's Angels film. The director and actor blamed the men, yes, the white men, those dirty men, for a possibility poor box office performance a week before the film hit the theaters. She told Australia's Herald Sun, look, people have to buy tickets to this movie too. This movie has to make money. If this movie doesn't make money, it reinforces the stereotype in Hollywood that men don't go see women do action movies. It's called Aliens. Yeah. She then went on to bemoan men's taste in films. They'll go and see a comic book movie because Wonder Woman or Captain Woman because that's a male genre. So even though those are movies about women, they put them in the context of feeding the larger comic book world. So it's all about, yes, you're watching Wonder Woman, but we're setting up 3 other characters, or we're setting up the Justice League. The film earned a paltry $73 million worldwide, had an estimated budget of $48 million, meaning it needed to earn $120 to break even. Banks is the only one to deploy this tactic. Terminator Dark Woke director Tim Miller described critics of the film as closet misogynists. In a response to a question about Mackenzie Davis's character in the film and the criticism that a character received, Miller told Variety, if you're at all enlightened, she'll play like gangbusters. If you're a closet misogynist, she'll scare the F out of you because she's tough and strong, but very feminine. No. He added, we didn't trade certain gender traits for others. She's just very strong. And that's frightened some dudes. After the film's release, Miller blamed the get woke, go broke sentiment for the film's poor box office. He told Kim Masters during an appearance on The Business with Kim Masters, nobody's ever heard of, there was a lot of get woke and go broke sentiment that didn't help us. But when asked to explain, he said there was a lot of issues that having 3 women in lead positions and all that stuff. It's quite a toxic atmosphere around this film online, but I was really surprised at it. I shouldn't be, but I was. Terminator Dark Woke grossed $250 million at the global box office, but it had an estimated production of $185 million, meaning it needed to earn $462.5 to break even. Didn't even smell that. Probably the most infamous case of Hollywood deploying this narrative was Paul Feig's response to criticism of his... It's not even some ghost film of 2016. I'm not even going to give the name because the name, it's total disrespect. According to the Hollywood Reporter, during a panel discussion at the PGA's annual produced by conference, Feig said, I've been hit with some of the worst misogynistic stuff. I used to hear that people had haters, and I was like, how does that happen? Not only did Feig describe his critics as misogynists leading up to the film's release, but like Miller, he's gone to place the blame on others even after the film's disastrous reception. Back in 2018, he blamed the film's performance on the 2016 presidential election. Just cause. I've been dying for somebody to look at a Hillary campaign and say, and us, because we were caught in the exact same vortex. It definitely appears that Nanjiani is trying to employ the same tactics, especially given the film's critics that are panning the movie. As of writing, the film currently has a Rotten Tomato 59%, which means it's not fresh. 128 reviews with an average rating of 5.9 out of 10. And of course, as you see, the audience score doesn't exist because we don't give a damn. However, what's really... when you... like Orwell's 1984 and how the government is basically forcing stupidity on us, like wearing Chinese diapers that don't work, and a vaccine that's efficacy rate is very, very questionable. But in regards to this, the article in Breitbart was just hitting point after point after point after point of how it predicted back in 2019 and how it's become reality in 2021. Get woke, go broke. It's as strong as ever. And every time you put out trash like this and you try to slam us fans who say, yeah, you know what? I'm not interested. Oh, you're a hater. You're a bigot. You're a racist of some kind. You know, you don't want to see two men kiss on the movie screen. No, I want good characters. I want good storyline. I don't give a damn what they do. Don't shove it down our throats. It's supposed to be fantasy. You're supposed to get away from all the bullshit, not have the bullshit heaped on you like steaming piles. But then again, in 2021, that's what Marvel is doing best right now. The MCU is coming crashing down. And like I said before, when Tony died, the MCU died. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, and we will see you next time. Peace.